tell you something that happened to me, and some other kids too. It was something bad that hurt me, and I want to tell you about it to warn you, and anyone who cares about you, so that together we can stop it from happening to anyone else. It's not always easy being a kid. Doesn't matter where you're from, the city, the town, or the country. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, or if you have the latest phone, or an old phone that's got a crack in it. Doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, because sometimes things just don't go right, and sometimes you need people to help you. And what I'm saying is that some people actually want to help you, and some people pretend they want to help you, but actually don't care about you at all. I want to show you some of the ways you can tell the difference. Take Jaden. Everyone always used to say that Jaden was the cutest kid they knew, but now with his new sister, there's not too much room in the house, not too much money coming in, so Jaden started hanging around outside more, kicking a ball against the garages, chatting on messaging apps, on games, in places his mum would never check or ask him about. He met new mates. Some were older than him and pretty cool. And what was really brilliant was that they had cash. They gave him free burgers and chicken from the takeaway. They gave him new trainers and a jacket. His mum would question why he was dressing different, but his mates had warned him to keep his mouth shut. And every now and then he'd do a favour for him, drop something off, pick some money up. He got robbed a few times, and that meant he was in debt to his mates now. But luckily they gave him ways to pay them back. After all the years of feeling a bit weird about himself, he finally felt like he belonged. He felt like that cute kid again. His mum would have a real go at him for being out all night. And it seemed to him that it was his new mates that really cared about him and not his mum. If she tried to stop him going out at night, he'd threaten her and climb out the window and run. It'd never been like him to threaten his mum. Then the favours got bigger, like get on a train and go here and pick up this thing, or get the coach, or stand watch here all night long, and have this knife and use this phone, and it's just some drugs, it's just some money for drugs. And when he said he didn't want to do it, his mates said that they would hurt his sister and his mum, and that he owed them, and if he didn't pay them back, they would come for him. And right now he's sat in some strange flat with drugs, a knife and a phone in the middle of the night, and he knows this don't feel right, but he just don't know what to do. He doesn't know who to trust. And he's wondering if he should call his mum and tell her he feels scared. His finger hovers just above the screen, and he wonders if he should make the call. Take me. I got chatting to Josh online. He was lovely. We talked through online games or messaging apps, Snapchat, TikTok, anything. Just like the crowd that Jaden got in with, Josh could be everywhere in my house. I could be talking to him on the TV in the front room, on my laptop or on my phone. Mum and Dad never asked, so they didn't even know. He told me everything I wanted to hear. He really understood me. I sent him pictures and he told me I looked beautiful. I never let my mum or dad see my phone, or my mates. Josh said he was a bit older than me and that if I told anyone or showed anyone his messages, they'd try and split us up. Then nearly 2 years since we started chatting, we met up in person. He was everything I hoped he'd be. He bought me trainers and jewellery, and how could you tell a 13-year-old girl that there was something wrong with that? At first I wasn't sure that I wanted to go to bed with him, but he bought me all this stuff and he said he loved me. I felt a bit scared. Felt like I couldn't say no. He said the age gap didn't make a difference. He said it'd be a laugh to get drunk and take drugs, to take drugs every day even, and for his mates to come over and have sex. And that was really special to him. And I didn't realise what was happening to me. And when my mum and dad asked me what I was doing out so late, and what the marks on my arms were, I just got angry. But really, deep down, I just wanted them to stop me doing stuff and keep me safe. Josh said my family weren't good for me, that he preferred me without them. He said the same about my mates. And before I knew it, there was only Josh and his mates, and other strange men, and no one else. And if I said no, he'd get out a knife and push it really hard against me. I was too scared to think about leaving. I was just so scared. He was my Josh, but also, what I didn't realise then was that he was also a criminal, and his victim was me. And as I sat there locked in his flat, I wondered, should I tell someone? And me and Jaden were not the only ones. There are kids from the city, town and countryside, from families of all shapes and sizes. We are not a type. We are any kid, anywhere that might have a bit of stuff going on, that might just feel a little alone or a little bit lost. We can all be vulnerable, just in different ways. They spot us and then they take control. If someone starts building your trust in them by buying you expensive stuff, then question it. Make sure they don't want something in return. Don't feel you need to repay someone who's bought you a gift. If someone starts texting you a lot, or talking to you online, through messaging or even gaming, and saying they really like you and that they are your mate, then question why they'd want you to keep that secret. Make sure you can trust who you're speaking to before you let them in. People who frighten and threaten you are not your friends. And if any of this feels like you, even if just in the back of your mind you think it might be you, then tell someone. Tell your mum, tell your dad, tell a friend, tell a teacher, a police officer, a social worker, a youth worker, the lady who works in the shop. Tell anyone you can trust. But reach out for that help and that care. Things can change for you. Look for the person who can open the door. Whether it's happening to you or you're worried something like this is happening to someone you know. Support is available. Help is available. You are worth more than you think, and there are people who care about you. Report concerns to the police on 101, or anonymously to Crimestoppers on 0800 555 111. For more information and resources, visit notinowrcommunity.org.